might have some questions about our next segment. Jane Miller is a life coach. She's here, and we're talking about career adjustments, let's call them, transitions and so on. Jane, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. Welcome to the show. You've had an interesting career yourself and have changed careers at various points in your life. So you know what this is all about, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And you guide a lot of people through this process.
That's right.
It is a step-by-step sort of move to not only maybe change careers, but to improve the situation you're in now.
Absolutely.
Right?
Right. So
As people come to you to do that, to
yes.
improve how they feel about their jobs and so on?
Yes, they do. And the first thing I like people to do is make out a career wish list. And what you do there is you figure out what you love to do.
Yeah.
And you figure out who you'd like to work with. So what type of atmosphere you like to be in. And that's your career wish list. When you do that, try and incorporate more of that wish list into your current career.
Right. One word you and I were chatting earlier, one word you use is passion. And sometimes the fire just kind of dims in what you're doing, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, sometimes you forget, you're in your career and you sort of get lost in the details and you forget about why you really came to that career.
Right.
And to put some of that back, you really need to remember what you really love to do.
And that's not unusual to have peaks and valleys in a career, right?
That's right, it's not. But you know, if you stay in that valley for too long, sometimes it really is time for a career change.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a scary proposition sometimes.
I know you've worked with a lot of people along those lines, and you know, some people have no problem. I'm going to change careers, this is what I'm going to do. Other people want to do it, but the fear factor comes into play.
That's right. But you know, it never is too late to change your career. You're never too old and you're never really stuck. You know, it just takes a step-by-step process, and you take one little step at a time.
Do you think what you do when you start talking to people clearly can help them clearly identify whether or not they need to change careers? Does that help them do that?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Because, as I said, first of all, you look at what you might do with your current career. And, you know, as soon as you start talking about it, that you can feel inside your body, you can feel the energy. You know, are you getting more and more down about it? And if you are, you know, maybe you really are yearning for that change.
Yeah.
And the change is not really that difficult. It starts off with exploring.
I would imagine one of the questions people have is, but I don't know what to do.
Absolutely.
Can you help in that area too?
Absolutely, yeah. We explore, when are you happy in your life? When are you happiest? What are the essence of the things you love to do in your life, in your everyday life? It might be working with people, it might be working on problems, solving problems, it might be building things, okay? So those are the kind of things that we explore further. Well, what other careers are there out there that allow you to do more of that in different ways than you've even imagined?
I would bet you've run into people who maybe have been in the wrong, you know, for lack of a better word, wrong career for maybe their entire lives.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, oh yeah, people do. They do get stuck in there.
They just don't know how to move either sideways or forward or whatever.
Yeah. Well, you know, really they need to start to learn to dream. And that's what we do. Coaching is a safe environment where you can dream.
Right.
No obligation, let's just dream.
Because I would guess a lot of times people keep that stuff to themselves.
That's right, and this is a place where they can bring that out, where the coach entices them to really open up those possibilities.
Right, so you can really start to discover career-wise where you need to be and where you want to be.
That's right, that's right. And once you have that inspiration, you are led. You know, then you start doing the concrete planning, the research. Well, what could I do? Oh, that might be interesting. That might be interesting. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And that's where things can really start to open. And once you've got the dream and you get motivated, the doors will start to open. You start to say, yeah, maybe I could do that. And you bump into obstacles, but again, the coach helps you move past those obstacles. Say, how can we get around that? Let's get creative.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it sounds like what you're doing for people basically is opening some doors.
Exactly. Right. You're helping them to open the doors.
Yeah.
Right? You're helping them discover their own creativity, their own inspiration.
Sure is interesting though, isn't it?
It is tremendous. I mean, for me, career change is exhilarating because I've always done that and I've always loved to just jump in.
There's a lot of people out there who are going, oh my God, I really want to, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
Listen, JaneMillerLifeCoach.com is your website.
That's right.
People can get in touch with you through there.
That's right, and there's a free ebook, absolutely free, with lots of tools, lots of exercises that they can do themselves to really start to work on these things, right?
The key is identification, right? Identifying these things and,
exactly.
and moving from there.
Yeah, find out who you are.
Jane, pleasure to talk to you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming today.
Thank you.